Okay, added to the stream here, so I'm good to go. Added to the stream on this guy, and we are live on both sections. All right. So I wanted to kind of just get us started with the conversation today because it won't be on too long. We have a great event this evening. The legendary Dawn Burrell is in the house. She is in Colorado Springs. She's going to be cooking. You may have, those that are foodies out there probably know her from the Top Chef and some other food programs that she's been on as a chef. But some people don't realize that Dawn is an Olympian. So I got a chance to interview her tonight over at the United States Olympic and Paralympic Museum, which is in downtown Colorado Springs, Colorado. We have titled this under Mayor Suthers, the Olympic City, USA. So we are going to be over there this evening for a fantastic dinner that she is preparing for us with one of our chefs over at the facility. Today, when we talk about, on Fearless Friday, we're talking about cartwheels. And so I want to tee this up a little bit. Where we drive and into the transformative process of amputating fear from our lives. In this episode, we're going to explore the power of adapting to kind of like this improvisational mindset through these cartwheels. Here is what I wanted to invite you to get and understand this morning for everybody that's on. What's up, Mika Edwards? Yeah, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Everybody's on this morning and looking beautiful, y'all. Beautiful faces that I can't see. I see your beautiful names that's being called. I had a friend of mine challenge me when I was over on Maui to do a cartwheel. Now, is it above the knee amputee? No. And he pressed it. He said, it wasn't really that huge pressure, but he did say, just try a cartwheel. And it took me like a year. And yesterday, when I went down to see my son, who was a basketball coach in Canyon City, Colorado, after everything was over, all the campers were out of the gym, and I only had my two little grandbabies with me. I said to hey, take a video of me doing a cartwheel. And then I realized I didn't know how to do a cartwheel. What was fascinating was I began thinking about why was it that I just didn't do this cartwheel? What was holding me back? What were some of the fears? I think one of the fears I had was the fear of being judged. What happens? This older man is doing a cartwheel. Why would he do that? And so the perception that people would have of me was a fear that I didn't want to be judged in some type of a way. But that's like crazy. Why did that hold me back? Does that hold some of us back too? The fear of being judged, the fear that we're going to be excluded from or moved away from our sense of belonging to a group. I think it's a powerful thing, but it's just still a fear. It's something that hasn't even happened yet. It hasn't even happened yet, and we become fearful of it. So that's one thing. One reason why I think. The other one was a fear of falling. What happens if I fall? What if I break something? I break my leg or something like that. So that holds me back as well. The fear of falling. I'm not going to be able to do it like I used to do it. So that was another fear that I had. I think the third fear that I had was this whole concept around the societal pressures and the society holding me back from what it looks like. And society pressures, I think, are why would this older gentleman be doing a cartwheel out there? And so the pressure says you don't do those type of things. What type of societal pressures hold you back from doing something that might turn out to actually be fun? And why do I think about that all in negative terms? Why do I think about it in terms that are going to be a downward spiral for me? Why can't I flip it all the time when the challenge or change happens? Why can't I just quickly flip to the positive? Some people say in the old adage, is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? Can we just be appreciative or appreciate that there's something in the glass, that there's something in the glass? I think that's the most critical, important thing that we can do. We can just be thankful for where we are and how we show up in society, always trying to add value and gifting our value into the lives of ourselves and lives of others. I got a chance to late last night. I was down there about to shut everything down, and an email came through from a gentleman, amazing marketer, amazing individual. That's just crazy, and he wants me to be on his podcast. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I do want to be on this guy's podcast, but it's late. I don't know if I can do this. So I knew that he probably had sent a link to fill out everything I needed to fill out for the podcast. So I did it. I filled everything out last night. And during that process, I realized I put in my vision, mission, and values from my company, Inspired Communications International, where we work with business professionals who are ready to hurdle adversity, amputate fear, embrace a new normal mindset to win the medals in their lives. So, hey, what's going on? Is that B Dior 88? Thank you for being on. It's Apparel. Thank you, 360, for joining. Love Mika Edwards. Thanks again for joining in. So one of the values that I have is +1 days. +1 days. What does that mean? That came in from when I was training for the Paralympic Games. It kind of stemmed from my days at the University of Arkansas, but I turned it into a value on these +1 days. What are the things I will commit to and the things I will do that my competitor probably will not do in order to gain the competitive advantage for going to the Paralympic Games, right? What's the thing? Will I wake up early? Will I do a couple workouts a day instead of one? Will I train in the rain? So I've since moved that over to my business side. And in the business, +1 days for me means I'm going to be one of the first ones to respond. I will be the first one to respond. When I see an email come in from a client, I want to respond to that email within inside the first 5 minutes of the time I see the email. The only reason I need the 4 minutes is because we got Kat's in. Yay! Thanks, Kat. Kat and I are going to be on tomorrow morning. We have another fantastic guest. And that's going to be on Performance Shift. We do that at 9:30 in the morning right here. Stay tuned on this channel. And Kat's got her channels going out there. So we have Performance Shift tomorrow at 9:30. I'll repeat it again tomorrow. And then I want to show you the cartwheel that I had a chance to do. If I can, I'm going to try to pull it up a little bit right here. So I was able to do these +1 days. And in my business, I'm going to be the first to respond in 5 minutes. And the only reason I need the 4 minutes is to do a little bit of research on A, who the company is, who the client is, and B, when we can actually have a conversation. That's the reason it takes me a little bit of time, because I want to be prepared once I get on the phone if that person picks the telephone up. And yes, I do call. I had a gentleman that just called me on a phone number that I have online, and he couldn't believe I picked the telephone up. Yes, I do. I picked the phone up because I want to develop that relationship. So what does this have to do with cartwheels? The cartwheels were holding me back. And every time I sent a text message to my friend over there in Maui, and every time I went and I saw him at least one time after that, I just figured he was going to ask me about it. He never did, but it was in the back of my mind that he gave me this challenge and I hadn't done it. So the other day I did the cartwheel. So I want to bring this, I want to try to share the screen. You're all going to be able to see it. I'm so sorry. But if you go to the Facebook group or you go to the Instagram group, I will have the cartwheel up there. And let's just take a look at what happens. Let me get some of this. I'm going to share my screen on here and see if we can get this cartwheel up. Let me see if I can. Oh my gosh, I can't. I need to get glasses. All right, there we go. So there's me. I'm on one of my granddaughters is doing this, filming this for me. And here's cartwheel number 1, right? So this is this. So now I'm asking her, how do I do it? Oh no, I'm getting it's crazy. It's getting I'm gonna try it again. See if we go. It's getting messed up. No, it's not where it was working yesterday. I'm so sorry. Dang, y'all gonna be able to see the cartwheel. I'm gonna try to refresh the screen. Let me see if I can do that. Gotta love technology, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. So let's see. Here we go. Let's see if we'll try it one more time. We'll just see if it'll punch through on the thing. Yesterday it worked, so we'll see if it'll do it today. So okay, I am doing the first one. So this is Avi talking me through it. And boom, there's one. That was, does that count as a cartwheel? She is cracking up at me on that first one, right? So here comes the second one, and boom, there it is. But bam, down on the ground I go. She's laughing. I'm laughing. We have a good time. That's the second one. Cat Cop would say, I failed, circus bow. She's an improver. I failed. But what? We can't end on that one. We can't end on the ground. So we got to do the third one. And boom, there it is. I had 2 feet off the ground. That counts as a cartwheel. That's what I'm told. Now, in my brain, I am thinking that I actually did. Let me see if I get this back here. All right. That I actually did a full cartwheel. I thought my legs were straight over. I thought that was absolutely perfect. And as you can see, my body was here. My legs were here. Actually, my legs were like were here. But I got 2 legs off the ground, 2 feet off the ground. So that was it. And so now I can. I sent a note back to my friend over in Maui, and I said, I did the cartwheel. And you know what he wrote back to me? I knew you could. Oh, that's just so good. There was no like, how come it took you so long? What was your fear? Why'd you do this? He just said, I knew you could. I know you can too. I know you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to. I know that if you just shift the mindset just a little bit to see what is possible instead of what is not possible, then we begin to elevate our experiences and our life opens up. I mean, it's so great. So this has been your Fearless Friday. Tomorrow, we'll be on Performance Shift once again with the amazing, the lovely, the brilliant Kat Coppett. And so she's going to, we got another guest on at the end of the show. We always play an improvisational game. It's really fun that we get a chance to do because that's another place that's out of my element. I don't do improv. She does. And so we play these improv games to talk about leadership skills. So I hope that you get a chance to come on and see what that you might be able to take away. If this program has been good to you and you've liked it, please subscribe to it. I would also like you to put something in the comment section so I can see, you know, what your comments are about today's episode on episode 2 on cartwheels. You as well, put some comments out there on Instagram, and we will see you tomorrow morning. I do have the book is out, and it's not on Amazon. It's so you got to go to my website to go get it, and then we will fulfill the order because I support my local printer shop here in Colorado Springs. So book the book 10 Power Stories to Impact Any Leader. Journal your way to leadership success. Wait for the snail mail to come because that's the way I do it. I got a book actually going out right now. Somebody ordered it from I'll show the name. Somebody ordered it from Norway. So I'm about to go to Norway today. So that's pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. So thank you for being on today. My mantra is to go forth, inspire your world. Why? Because go is your direction. Your forth is your direction. Go is your command. Forth is your direction. Inspire is your vocation. Your, because only you can do this work. And world, because you can only do the work inside of your sphere of influence. Go forth, inspire your world, everybody. We'll see you next time, next Friday, on another episode of what's this? A Fearless Friday. There we go. I was about to say Performance Shift. Fearless Friday. We'll talk to you soon, my friends. Bye for now.